There we go.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the birthday edition.
Yes, Joetta just told me she'll be turning 23 this year. So
I stopped before I even finished the sentence. Don't let him fool you. I knew exactly what I did when I did it.
Congratulate Joetta on her reverse time machine.
I've been 29 for a long time.
All right, so let's go.
You ready?
Yep.
Anyway, it's his birthday tomorrow.
Yeah.
So be sure to wish him happy birthday.
Yeah.
All right, let's start off. We got a number one right off the bat. Almighty. We have no description for Almighty. Did you forget about it?
Yeah. Apparently, I didn't color it green, so I don't think it's backward either. Now that I think about it, I don't remember typing Almighty. So
okay. We'll come back. And is on number 6, and this is The End. The Approach, number 4. I haven't read The Approach. Did you read it?
No, it's a horror book, so I really wanted to, but I have not had a chance. Here we go. Can you see that? I can't see that.
Miniseries premiere. The Warning writer-artist Edward LaRoche returns to comics, and he just made it go away, with a 5-issue epic. Mad Max Fury Road style action combines with the mutated horror of annihilation in this original sci-fi fantasy epic for mature readers. The year is 2098 in a third world American ravaged by economic collapse, anarcho warfare, and a mysterious environmental disaster contained behind a massive wall. A girl has been abducted, and a killer has been hired to find her and bring her home. The adventure begins in a spectacular double-length first issue with 38 pages of story and no ads for the regular price of just $3.99. I actually thought this might be and his name just went out of my head. Dang it.
Reggie,
yes. That might be a Reggie book.
Yeah, it might be.
And I think I want to read it too.
Well, you picked it as one of your picks for the week. So,
yeah.
You were going to do the boxes first, so I would have a box.
Right, so we'd have a box because Marvel. That means we got boxes. New short boxes. We start off with Red Goblin.
Same on both sides.
Uh-huh. And we have Captain Marvel, which I believe is also the same on both sides. Yes, it is. And the X-Men, of course. And we have, from Boom Studios, Once and Future. Really cool series, guys, that if you like Arthurian legends at all, and if you like Arthurian legends in modern times, then you definitely need to read this.
That's why they didn't say once. Oh, it says that on the top.
Yeah.
There we go. So, a bunch of new boxes for y'all this week.
And so we start off with our Valentine, just like we said in our opening. Love is in the air with a brand new story to kick off this collection of romance tales. In More Than Meets the Eye, a new student has arrived at Riverdale High. Cassie Cloud is a tall, confident, funny, and catching all the guys' attention, much to the chagrin of the girls. But she doesn't seem interested in the most popular guys in school. Instead, she's been hanging with the likes of Randolph, Dilton, Tonio, Raj, and even Frankenstein. What can Archie and Reggie do to get her attention without catching the ire of Betty and Veronica? The short kings rise in this new Valentine tale, plus a collection of sweet stories perfect for that special someone. So, kicking off with some Valentines.
So I know who Dilton is, but the rest I have no clue.
Somebody's not been reading his Archie.
Nope, I have not. I admit that.
Avengers is on number 65.
A Marvel book that's made it to 65 issues in modern times. That's like nearly miraculous.
Logan Libera has done the 90s connecting variant. And, we should have said, I knew it was apes. Apes and Blades. Pepe Larraz has done the Planet of the Apes variant.
Well, I like Vampires and Valentines better. But
I do too. Vampires and Valentines.
So, as with Alien and Predator previously, Marvel has gotten the license for Planet of the Apes. And to begin pushing that, they are doing a series of Planet of the Apes covers. Some more inspired than others.
Of which we have several today.
Yep.
We also have a Leinil Francis Yu Full Art MCU Phase 3 variant. Which you might want to hold it up there because that's really fun. It's hard to see.
Yeah, I really like that variant. Still really hard to see.
Back to Ferretalia. I read number 1 because I was curious when I found out number 2 was coming out. And I hadn't read it yet, and I really enjoyed it.
Oh wait, Marvel's in a...
Fun.
So, if Marvels are for a customer, do they still go in
They
this
still
box?
need to go in the Marvel box.
Ooh. All of them.
Yes, all Marvel goes in the Marvel box.
We're going to screw this up, folks.
That should be all the Marvels.
Okay. We are going
It's
to
the first of
screw
the month,
this up.
and we can't receive Marvel until tomorrow morning. So they just need to make our lives more difficult.
Which reminds me, your subscribers, your book lists, book email maybe later than usual tomorrow because of that.
Yeah, we can't receive it until we get the invoice.
Yep.
And they don't create the invoice if it's on the first of the month until the first of the month. So we have to wait for them to get to work, to do their work, for us to do our work.
Yeah.
Oh, confusing. Okay. But I'm looking forward to reading number 2. So that was really cute. But Barbarella, The Center Cannot Hold, number 0. We got an Ashcan preview of this. It was 1 per store. So if you are interested in Barbarella, you need to speak up and let us know.
Forever hold your peace.
Carmen de Gianmenchio. It is too long of a name for me to be able to say that. But anyway, Batman, Legend of Gotham.
With Batman preoccupied by the events of Lazarus Planet, his deepest, darkest, most dangerous secrets are about to be auctioned off to the highest bidder. The guest list is strictly villains only, and the outlaw Red Hood fits the bill, putting him on a collision course with Batman's deniable Black Ops team, the Outsiders. With Lazarus Island spawning wildcard superpowers across the globe, the stakes could not be higher. Jason Todd, Black Lightning, and Katana will have to put aside their differences to save Batman's legacy, and with it, the world. That's assuming they don't kill each other first. This is
Jason Todd, Black Lightning, and Katana.
This is a one-shot that ties into Lazarus Planet, which you can read it without it. And I really like that Katana
That's a
cover.
Nathan Zerzi.
I like that Katana cover.
All right. We have another number 1 from Image Comics, Blood Tree. 2 obsessed New York PD detectives hunt for a vicious butcher called the Angel Killer, a sociopath who preys on the innocent family members of known murderers in order to purify the rest of society. From comic super team Peter J. Tomasi and Maxim Simi comes a story that confronts the battle of nature versus nurture, considers how present and future generations are tainted by past generations, and asks the age-old question, who must pay for the sins of the fathers and perhaps even the sins of the mothers?
Interesting Dead Angel cover there. Kind of curious about this one.
So we have another number 1, and this brings us to our vampires. Yes, we have Bloodline, Daughter of Blade.
Brielle Brooks is a good kid, no matter what her teachers say. It's not her fault she's developing vampiric superpowers and the undead want to brawl. And as if problems at school weren't enough, Bree's got a wild ride ahead of her. She's about to discover that she's the daughter of the infamous vampire hunter and daywalker known as Blade. She made her first appearance recently in a Blade one-shot. I don't remember the name of it, but it was about a couple months ago. And now she has her own series.
With lots of covers.
Is that a heart in her logo?
Yes, it is.
All
It's
right.
an actual heart.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And then we have the 1 in 25 Rian Gonzalez, which is just super fun.
I love Rian Gonzalez's stuff. That is super fun.
Let me straighten it out. There we go. Bloodline, Daughter of Blade, #1 from Marvel Comics.
So you're saying these should go in the other box?
In the Marvel box. Bone Check is #2. This is from Legends Publishing. And we have a Jonathan Grimm variant, which I think is kind of fun.
That is fun. I like that.
All right. Hey, it's time for another #1. This is Breath of Shadows from IDW Publishing.
It's the mid-1960s, and Jimmy Meadows should be on the top of the world. His band's most recent album just went gold, and they're riding a wave to international fame. But Jimmy is driven by only one thing: where to get his next fix. With his band at the end of their ropes and his life falling apart, Jimmy thinks he may be finished until a friend tells him about a controversial method deep in the jungles of South America that can help him kick his addiction for good. But is clean living actually in Jimmy's future, or will he instead unleash horrors beyond his wildest nightmares? A new expedition into the heart of horror from Rich Duke and Alex Cormack, the team behind Road of Bones and Sea of Sorrows. You know what I noticed about these two guys? Road of Bones, Sea of Sorrows, Breath of Shadows. Apparently, everything they do is
It's
something
up.
of something. So interesting there.
Breathers is back from a really long hiatus and was on #8. I'm not even sure when #7 came out. I don't remember it coming out.
I don't either. No? Oh, that's saying that it is.
What?
I'm looking for written numbers and I'm looking for labels. Hey.
Briar is #3. This is Sleeping Beauty, who wakes up many years.
In a much different world, she
All
decides
by
that she
herself.
doesn't need the prince to do it for her. She can do it herself.
And we have a full art unlockable from Helen, which is really pretty. I really like that one.
Mm-hmm.
That one
really
makes
nice.
it obvious that it's Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, that's a nice cover.
And then this is the Garcia full art unlockable variant, which is $1 per store.
Every week, when it goes to throbbing on something, I tell myself, as soon as we're done with this, I need to go online and look for cameras. And every week, I forget by the time we're done. So if you think of it tomorrow, somebody remind Joetta to remind me to go online and look for cameras.
Captain America Sentinel of Liberty is on #9. And hey, look at there. It's a Planet of the Apes cover.
I like that one.
We also have a Ron Lim variant, which I believe, yeah. And we have a Jonathan Loeb Marvel Anatomy variant. They're all Marvel.
Yes, I got that.
I was hoping you would see that one I handed to you, but you didn't. Children of the Black Sun, #2. So I read #1.
Did you?
I did.
It was on my list to read, but it's still in my pile.
And it's really good. So once every so often, I forget what the interval is, there's a black sun. And the children that are born during that are ostracized because they might develop weird powers.
Alrighty then.
And so this is the story of these two who were born under the latest black sun. And it is by the artist, Marco Rudy, who did House of Slaughter. So there's a House of Slaughter homage variant, which is kind of fun.
That is kind of fun.
So we've got some ratio variants that came in from previous issues that, we always want to make sure we show you that they're here. So this is Daredevil number 7, the 1 in 25 by Peach Momoko.
Fun Momoko cover there.
I added that sentence like I was going to say something else, but that was just...
yeah, she does that to me all the time.
Dawn Attack! This is Frank Franzetta's book, and it is on number 2.
I did a crappy job this week of highlighting the books that we need to describe.
And there's the... It's number 2. It's not a new one.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably... Okay, never mind. That's fine.
And this is the Dan Lawless Incentive that's a 1 in 5. And this is the Joseph Michael Linsner 1 in 10.
Which is super scorching sweet. Very sweet.
All right, DC Power. It's a one-shot. It's a celebration. DC Power, a celebration.
It's their
Black History Month.
Thank you, Black History Month.
So Micah did a
one
cover.
shot. I like that. That is a fierce Micah cover.
It is really fierce. And Taj Tenfold did a one-shot.
Is this Micah
cover? I mean,
this Micah. Is it a wraparound?
It goes to the spine. Does it wrap all the way around? Yes, it is. It's a wraparound. Oh no! I forgot to get 2 copies so we could show you the back. It is fierce. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot to grab 2 copies to show you the back. Yeah, it's beautiful.
But this being, since DC's technically come out on Tuesday, there were 5 Tuesdays in February, in January. So this is technically a skip week, or a 5th week, as they call it, for DC. Which means that they don't have a whole lot of their regular books, but they do have some specials and things like that.
So you didn't have a description for that one?
No.
And you don't have a description for this one either?
No.
This is another one of our Valentines. This is DC's Harley Quinn romances. That's right, Harley Quinn romances.
This is their Valentine's Day special.
Say it fast and it sounds fun. But there's also a David Tulaski cover, which I really thought was awesome because that looks like Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that's right.
Superman. I love it.
A couple really nice covers there. I didn't understand that if I was supposed to.
Death Dealer, also Frank Frazetta, and this is number 9 of Death Dealer, and this one is risque. So I'm going to put it up here, and then Derek's going to grab it and take it off. Ooh, risque.
Jazz nipples. What? Nipples isn't a dirty word.
Don't point it out so we get kicked off Facebook.
It's my nickname for you, after all.
Don't point it out so we get kicked off Facebook is all I'm asking. All right, Demon Days, Down in Flames. This is Peach Momoko. Number 1?
One shot.
One shot.
Phoenix versus Magic. Things are heating up in Momoko's Marvel Universe. The spirit world is divided. Its inhabitants, strange creatures called yokai, have chosen sides, and the 2 factions are on the brink of all-out war. A bird-like yokai who wields some serious firepower faces off against a club-wielding demon. Mariko Yashada finds herself right in the middle of it. No matter which side she chooses, there will be consequences not only for the spirit world, but for the human world too. Don't miss the next installment of Peach Momoko's epic Demon War saga.
I tried to do that, but it didn't work. There's a lot of books. A lot of covers.
A lot of covers.
And guess what?
But this Marvel.
They're all Marvel, yes.
Yes, I got that.
All right, so Comics Experience Publishing brings us Divide. And it is Divide. We have number 1 and a second cover for number 1. And
But wait, there's more.
number 2. Can you do that face?
That's difficult. You kind of need 2 faces to do that face.
You do need 2 faces to do that face. What are you doing?
You talk amongst yourself while I'm...
What are you doing?
Well, the box is collapsing, so I'm trying to not have it collapse.
Well, not collapsing the box would be a good thing.
So I want to put it on top instead of on the bottom. And now we'll just hope that the other box doesn't collapse.
So next is the E's. And that brings us to the 8 Billion Genies.
Oh.
Number 1, 5th print. Number 2, 5th print.
5th printing tells you it's a good book.
Number 3, 5th printing. Number 4, 4th printing. Number 5, 2nd printing. And number 6, 2nd printing.
Number 7 will be out shortly.
So if you have not read 8 Billion Genies, I am telling you, this needs to be a movie. This needs to be everything. It is wonderful, and you need to be reading this book. It is super fun.
It has been optioned for something.
It is super, super fun. Okay, so it's time for the flesh-eating cheerleaders from outer space. Number 4.
Oh, you just poured the thing up.
Oh, did it not stick? Sometimes it don't stick. All right, I have another one that is risque. Are you ready to grab it?
I'm not. I'm otherwise. Go ahead.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Ooh, that is substantially more obvious.
We have a one-shot called Flowers for Henry. Do we have a description of Flowers for Henry?
Oh, we do. Did you? Oh, you didn't read Divide.
I didn't read Divide. No, I can read Divide quickly. When Salman is separated from his family and imprisoned with countless other Muslims and immigrants, he and his allies develop a plan to return home. But can they escape before this prison supernatural secret consumes them all? Inspired by current events, this double-sized first issue of Divide brings you a monstrous and heartrending story about the toll of divisive politicking and family separation. And also number 2. So I didn't read it because we're on number 2. Anyway, Flowers for Henry in one shot from Comics Experience Publishing. Now we're on this book. When sickly young Henry Brixton befriends a ghost named Edwin, he discovers the world his father shielded him from, Victorian London. But as their friendship grows, Henry learns that his newfound freedom comes at a price. In this gorgeous one-shot comic featuring a stunning watercolor cover by legendary artist J.G. Jones.
Just a one-shot, so everything's self-contained, but it is a really nice cover. I like that a lot.
Firstborns, Sumerian Comics. Number 2 of this.
I feel like that should be 392. So I'm putting it in there. It's open and it doesn't say it.
It didn't pull for anybody.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. Remember, it's a naughty book, so it can't be on Comic Hub. So, but I believe he had gotten the previous issues, that version.
Okay, that's
Firstborns.
Now we are on The Flash, the 1 Minute War one-shot special. Race against the clock.
She didn't hear me and I didn't get yelled at.
I heard you. I ignored you. I'm hoping if I ignore you enough, you will go away.
Did you know the Flesh Eating Cheerleaders is not from Marvel?
I did, actually. Did you know this wasn't on the list? So I'm thinking that you didn't mark it because I didn't mark it. Ancient Enemies from Frank Miller Presents is on number 2. I need to mark that on the list, on the shelf. Gargoyles, number 1.
It's number 2. Why is it number 1 on the shelf?
It is, but you didn't mark it as being new this week.
Oh, I gotcha.
Gargoyles, number 1. But this is the Gargoyles from
Way back when?
No, from 2003. From 2003.
Way back when enough.
20 years is the anniversary of Gargoyles. But this is the facsimile edition. So you can read number 1 of the old one and number 1 of the new one. And compare and see what you think. Glopple is on number 2. This is also Legends Publishing. Lady Zorro, the final fight.
With a really nice Linsner cover there. Should I do that down here too?
What?
392?
I put it on the back of that one.
Okay.
Planet, Lazarus Planet Legends Reborn. It's a one-shot. Rafael Sarmento has done the B cover. Laura Braga and Luis Guerrero have done a really cool Raven cover. Thank you. I was thinking Rogue, and I'm like, I know that's not Rogue, and I can't get the name out of my... Minky Jung and Sunny Go have done the D cover. And New Friends, New Foes, New Legends, written by Alex Segura, Greg Park, Alex Packnadel, and Dennis Culver. Art by Clayton Henry, Chris Mitten, Mink June, and Jesse Moreno. That's a lot of creators on one shot. Phew. Ancient and dangerous power has been awakened following the eruption of the Lazarus volcano, and the surge of fantastical power will affect the DC universe forevermore. In Lazarus Planet Legends Reborn, we'll explore corners of the planet newly awakened and primed to restore some heroes and villains long forgotten. With the help of Nightwing, can new hero City Boy hope to commune with Gotham in time to save it? Who are the mysterious trio claiming to be resurrected siblings of Raven? How far would the Question go to chase a lead across a transformed Gotham City? And will the flame of Firestone Storm burn out yet another horrific host? Not if Harley Quinn has anything to say about it.
Alrighty, that sounds like a whole bunch of folks thrown together in one book.
Okay. We also have a 1 in 50 ratio variant from Lazarus Planet Alpha in this week.
With a full cover, right?
Yep, that is foil. Minor Threats is number 4 of 4, so that finishes off that little mini series. That's from Dark Horse Comics, that Minor Threats. Another ratio variant, we have Monkey Prince, Audrey Mox, 1 in 25. Monkey Prince 10 also ties into Lazarus Planet, right? Mm-hmm. 10 is the one that ties it.
Yep, 10 and 11. She's throwing boxes at me.
I am. Moon Knight is on number 20. And Moon Knight has a Planet of the Apes cover, as well as a Philip Tan variant. And for Black History Month, a vampire. Blade. My Little Pony is on number 9.
9.
And Justice Suta has done the variant cover. This looks like a super fun book. Nervous Rex. Look at Nervous Rex. Look at him. He's so nervous. It's Alive Publishing, and William Van Horn and Barbara Marker did the variant cover.
Rexford the T-Rex is back in print after 37 years. This was the first comics work from animator William Van Horn, who would go on to make a name for himself at Disney, drawing Donald Duck and Uncle Scrooge comics. Mild-mannered Tyrannosaur Rexford doesn't really fit in the Jurassic Age, as he'd rather just eat oatmeal and hang out with his friends. His wife Deary is always after him to be a more aggressive meat eater and add to the fossil record. Also featuring a backup story starring the diminutive King Billy, featuring a retro cover along with an all-new variant cover by original creator William Van Horn and original colorist Barbara Marker. So I thought it sounded cute. So
it is. It's cute. All right, some more of those ratio variants that we're bringing to you from previous Nightwing number 100. We have Babs Tarr's 1 in 25. We have Dan Morris foil 1 in 100. If you want to grab that and show it over there so they can see the foily. And we have the foily George Perez artboard design cardstock 1 in 150.
Nice shiny on that one.
Nice shiny on that one too.
Oh, it is. Got some spot shiny on this one.
All right, Source Point Press brings us our next number 1, and this one's called Nightwalkers. Saren is an addict in recovery at a rehabilitation center secluded in the mountains, completely isolated from the outside world. When Saren and the other patients wake to find themselves locked inside and abandoned by the center staff, they must decide whether to wait or break out. The decision is made for them when a bloodthirsty monster enters the center and begins to tear through them to satiate its lust for blood. In a collaboration with Hustle and Heart Films and Vertigo Entertainment, like producers of the movies It and Dr. Sleep, Source Point Press is proud to bring you Cullen Bunn's Nightwalkers, a new comic book series with a terrifying fresh take on a timeless horror subgenre. More vampires.
You never have too many vampires. Looking forward to this one a lot.
Nobody's Girls is on number 3. This one is from Sumerian Comics, and Damian Connolly has done the variant cover. Got a couple of special orders here for you. We got Phoenix Files. This is from Zenoscope, so it's good-looking chicks on the cover there. And we have Purgatory Must Die, issue 2. And a variant cover by Alba Soreska. The Purple Oblivion is on issue 3, and this is Sumerian Comics. And I don't think I want to know what is going on that cover.
It does look dire. I don't know why.
I'm not going to hold it up to the thing because it's not really very easy to see, but it's like his stomach is like hanging. There's something in his stomach. Blah.
Well, there you can see it sort of bursting out of his.
Oh, it's sort of coming out of him in the beginning one, and then in that one it's ooh. Yuck. Quick Stops number 404.
Kevin Smith trip back to the View Askew universe.
And there's a variant comic by Dave Van Dyne.
Cover.
Did I say comics?
Yeah, comics the same. Cover is different.
Sorry. Radiant Black is on number 21. The Radiant multiverse universe is doing really well. If you haven't read it, we have some graphic novels you can get caught up with Radiant Black and Radiant Pink and Radiant Red and Radiant. What was the new one last week?
It was more something.
Not Immortal, but
yeah,
something. I don't know. It's in the eyes.
Yeah. And what does the I stand for? I'm drawing a complete blank.
Rick and Morty from Oni Press. This is a new number 1.
Theoretically, an ongoing series now instead of.
They have finally said, listen to their customers, and we have asked for a continuing series, and they're doing it. Saga of a Doomed Universe is on number 2. It's been a little while since number 1 came out, but anyway. We also have an Alpha Flight homage cover for variant cover.
I told you that was an Alpha Flight homage cover.
They did.
Okay, I'm like, I know you didn't know that.
Yeah, I've done Alpha Flight. I did.
Did you know that was an Alpha Flight homage cover?
I would not have known that, not unless they told me, but looking at it, I recognized it as an Alpha Flight homage. Sarah Loon is on what? 4. Sarah Loon is on 4. And now we have Scarlet Witch number 2. Russell Darterman did the main variant cover. The main cover, not the main variant cover.
You are driving me bonkers, just so you're aware.
So I can't help it. They didn't get done.
Don't need to get done now.
Stormbreakers. You told me if they're not sealed, you don't know where to put them. CF Via did the full art variant cover for
I wonder how that sounds
Scarlet
on
Witch.
the video. But that's just excruciating.
Planet of the Apes variant cover for Scarlet Witch. Amanda Souza did the
Black History Month with Storm.
Month. Thank you, with Storm. And then Alex Maleev did the 1-in-25 ratio variant.
Which is really super smoking hot.
And that is Marvel. Another Marvel book, but this is a new number 1, and he doesn't have a description of it, guys. Silver Surfer Ghost Light.
Dude, what the heck?
Silver Surfer Ghost Light. And the Planet of the Apes variant cover. And Mark Checo's variant cover.
Tony Brooks and her family have moved into the quiet town of Sweetwater, but nothing is quite what it seems in their new home. What mystery did Tony and her family unravel that would call upon the sentinel of the spaceways, the Silver Surfer? And just who or what is Ghost Light? Eisner Award winner John Jennings and artist Valentine de Landro introduced a new Marvel superhero over 50 years in the making. So, not so sure what to make of that.
All right, another one of our ratio variants that we provide access to for you. Christian Wars, 1 in 50 for Something's Killing the Children, number 28. King Spawn is on number 19.
King Spawn.
And
King
Javi
Spawn.
Fernandez did the variant cover.
Unfortunately, I don't remember the words to the King Tut.
Adam Kubert has done the finale for Dark Web one shot, regular cover, and Peach Momoko has done a variant cover, which is super fun. I love that cover.
Yeah, that is a really fun cover.
Paco Medina has also done a variant cover for the Dark Web finale. And Adam Kubert also did the second printing for the number 1 of Dark Web. So if you missed the beginning of Dark Web, we still have some, but you can also get this cool Venom Dark Web cover. Miles Morales Spider-Man is on number 3. And Ryan Stegman has done the, are you ready for this? Planet of the Apes variant cover.
Alrighty then. That's an angry looking ape.
But we also have a Sue Graffiti cover.
I really like that cover. That is lots of fun.
And Mark Bagley has done a second print of number 1.
You didn't tell me that on something else.
Another Marvel book, Ken Lashley has done the regular cover for the first issue of Star Wars Sanastaros. And Sarah Pacelli has done a variant cover. And the Black History Month is Mateus Mahoney.
It's Star Wars.
Mahoney. All right, so this one you have a description of. Gary Shipman has made the comic Titan, Mouse of Might from Blood Moon Comics. Titan is an extraordinary mouse that has been endowed with powers beyond that of a normal mouse. He's taken on the appearance of a dark flyer, the mortal enemy of his kind. Titan is originally from another world where the animals are intelligent. See the Puckin's land. After triggering an explosion in his world, Titan is transported to the world of man. Issue 1, Titan sets out on a rescue mission to save another of his kind from the evil Ryan Research Center, or RC. So he has powers beyond that of a normal mouse.
Yep.
So he can eat, what, twice as much cheese as a normal mouse?
I guess. And I bet he can do more than just that, though. And Puckin's Land, which I really don't know why it references. It's kind of out of nowhere. But Puckin's Land, you would really like. It's an independent series that came out like
it's not Marvel.
Way longer ago than I would like to admit. It was really
guess
good.
what? We got another vampire. Vampirella, year 1 is on number 5. And Joseph Michael Linsner has done the 1 in, I just looked at it and I forgot what it said, 1 in 15 ratio variant.
That's the Vampirella year 1, number 5.
So we had Venom on the Dark Web, and now we have Venom number 16, which is part of the Dark Web storyline. And Marco Coccolo has done the full art Stormbreakers variant, and I'm wondering, is this Titan?
maybe that is Titan.
Powers beyond a normal mouse. He's Venom.
Well, he's fighting off Venom, so, I mean.
Sorry, I should. Bjorn Barons did a variant cover for Venom. And Chris Picciallo did the 1 in 25, which I think is really fun.
I love this cover.
It's really fun.
This is just amazing. It's hard to see and figure out what's going on.
Oh, the birds are cleaning his teeth.
Oh, you think of it, you look at that and you see something cooperative and nice and happy. I think Venom's lying there waiting for the birds to come into his mouth so he can eat them.
No, the birds are cleaning his teeth.
I bet you they're not just cleaning his teeth. I bet he's going to eat the birds. I would almost put money on the fact that he's going to eat the birds. Venom is not a good guy.
He is.
That's a Marvel book. You didn't say that.
How do you say this word?
Viagia is what I say. I don't have any idea.
There's no A in the middle. Viga?
Vigia.
Well, anyway, this is number 1, but it is a new cover art. We got number 1 last week, and we got number 1 this
cover
week.
A last week. We get cover B this week.
Mateus Mahani has done cover A for Wakanda number 5, and Kanan White has done the variant cover. Dark Horse Comics brings Where Monsters Lie number 1.
The latest creator-owned series from I Hate This Place's Kyle Starks. Haven't you always wondered what slasher monsters, the masked home invasion family... I'm sorry. Yeah. The masked home invasion family...
What slasher monsters, the masked home invasion family? Okay, mindless... Yeah, you paused in the wrong place. Go ahead.
No, I paused. Anyways, we will start again. Haven't you always wondered what slasher monsters, like the masked home invasion family, the mindless unkillable monster, the serial killer trapped in a doll, what they do for those couple of years in between their murder sprees? They're at Wilmhurst, a gated community in the middle of nowhere where they relax, or try to, until they get the call to go out and kill again. Connor Hayes survived his first slasher in summer camp. A handful of years later, he barely escaped a psychopath who built torture puzzles for his victims. Since then, he's been training and planning for running into these creatures again. He's a respected special agent, and now he knows where the monsters lie, and he's planning for war. So basically, you take the horror monsters, the serial killer franchise monsters, Jason, Freddy, etc. You put them in a special place to live. Chucky. The guy from Saw, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre people, and put him in a special place to live where they just chill in between movies, and he's going to go kick the butt. I think this sounds really, really fun.
We can say that because we're not copyrighted, but they can't say that.
No,
that's
they can't
why
say
I had
that.
to call them the masked home invasion family.
Well, yes,
the mindless unkillable. What's the mindless unkillable monsters? That's all.
No, that would probably be Jason. Or maybe Michael Myers. I've never really seen. I haven't seen a single Halloween movie.
Well, Jason, I thought was the masked home invasion family.
No, that was Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's the masked home invasion family.
Oh, okay. Okay. Anyway, Legion of X is on number 10. I don't watch horror films, so I have no idea who they are. Yeah. I don't do horror.
The torture puzzles is from Saw.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, anywho.
Joshua Cassara has done the A cover for X-Force number 37. 37. And Alan Davis has done the Planet of the Apes variant cover. And Marco Mastrazo has done a variant cover there. Car Andrews brings us number 4 of 5 for Year Zero, Volume 0.
From AWA.
And our final comic book of the evening is Zombicide, Day 1. So it's always fun when they turn a game into a comic.
The dead are returning to life to devour the living. In an instant, the world has plunged into chaos. No one could have predicted it. No one except Ned. They thought he was crazy, but now he's vindicated. He has a safe shelter, fully stocked with everything he needs to survive, and just waiting to welcome him and his group of friends. That is, if they can even reach it. There's a city full of zombies to cross. Ammo is scarce, supplies too. They must move slowly and silently to avoid notice. But when the horde catches on, they have to strike fast and hard if they hope to survive. So this is based on the Simon game, Zombicide.
All right, so we have some graphic novels. We have Avatar, Aang's Unfreezing Day. Aang's Unfreezing Day.
What she said?
We have Bonding, as charming as it is challenging, bearing all the hallmarks of a timeless romance. Bonding from Vault Comics.
This one is on my list of graphic novels for this week. I'm curious about it.
When you become that which you fear most, how do you carry on? Mighty Nine Origins. This is from Critical Role. This is not the brave.
Which reminds me, they announced today that Amazon Prime is going to do a Mighty Nine cartoon.
Crewman Chronicles, Volume 1.
To which all I can say, yay, I get to watch more of it.
It's super fun and you know it.
It is not.
It is.
It isn't.
It is.
The cartoon is slightly better than the watching them play video games. I'll give you that much.
In Genderqueer, Maya Kobaba has crafted an intensely cathartic autobiography about air path to identifying as ear instead of her. Air. How do you say EIR?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how you say autobiography.
Autobiography. What did I say?
You said.
I thought I was going to say autobiographical, but it didn't. It said autobiography.
I'm pretty sure you said autobiography.
Because I thought I was going to say biographical. Because that's what it should say. An intensely cathartic autobiographical novel about air path to identifying as non-binary and asexual, and coming out to air family and society. By addressing questions about gender identity, what it means, and how to think about it, the story also doubles as a much-needed, useful, and touching guide.
You know, I could live with air.
Air, yeah.
EIR. I mean, it's not there, so it's not plural. They're not multiple people.
And it's not it. It's not an it. It has
so
a gender.
I can do with air. I like air. I wonder if that's like catching on somewhere.
Human in the sheets, succubus in the streets. I'm not a succubus. Number 2. It's a choose your own adventure, guys. Journey Under the Sea. I loved choose your own adventures when I was a kid. I read all of them in the library. Loved it.
So I just have to point out that I'm not a succubus is shrink wrapped. And before I could comment on that, I noticed that the back picture is. That is interesting. But it has an adult warning right next to it. So see, it's all good. Did you? Yeah. That's all right. Who has the wings? The one laying down or the one standing up?
The
one laying down has the wings. Alrighty then. You buy dirty books.
I don't buy that. You did. You're the perv.
I don't do manga.
Miles Morales, the Avenging Avenger. I love.
We have to read this. Yeah, I would say I
loved Choose Your Own Adventure.
And they actually have the copyrighted Choose Your Own Adventures name.
Murder Inc. versus America.
Oh, see, the picture looks right. I'm looking at this. I'm thinking they printed the logos upside down.
They're spider people. They're hanging.
Worse that way too. Oh, that was confusing. My brain really got broken there for a minute. Like the Marvel thing is it a manga? Wow.
And last this evening is super fun. I love Neil Gaiman. It is Neil Gaiman Pirate Stew.
Which I understand she took time to read. That's an interesting place to put that.
I did take time to read it because it's Neil Gaiman.
And I'm told it's very good. So, anyways.
It's a children's book, but it's fun.
I'll leave that sit there while you watch that. And hey, look at there. Only 48 minutes.
Wow.
So, I want to hit end before I get to 49.
Bye, guys.
Talk to y'all later.